What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Good afternoon, actually. It's your boy Flippin' Stoop. I hope you guys are rocking out your day. As always, I always encourage people to put one foot in front of the other. This segment is titled "So You Think You Want to Resell," right? I'm going to go over some things about what I would possibly do different, and would I do it all over again, right? So for some of you that maybe have been reselling for a while, you can relate with me or disagree with me, whatever. And for some of those of you that are thinking about reselling, I think this would be more prominent towards you individuals that are thinking about reselling. Now, again, guys, when you're trying to join the group, I know there's some people joining from other countries. Maybe they don't understand English. Fine and dandy, but if you can't answer the questions, we're not going to accept you in the group. They're there and created for a reason, and they have to be answered fully, or we will not accept you. And if you got like a fake page where nobody can see your stuff and your profile picture is a cat, it's not going to work neither. That's not because maybe you're not a real profile, maybe you don't really want to learn reselling. That's just because the scammers, scanners, all this other stuff that we have to be on top of the people that are spending as much hours a day as I am on eBay as hacking into people's accounts, right? Because they're out there, guys, so beware. Don't be just clicking any links or anything like that. And weirdly, we had our first porn advertisement I've ever seen in this group. Somebody tried to solicit their What's Up app half naked, and I'm like, I just blocked them. So if you feel like sharing your merchandise that you want to resell on eBay, or your naked body, whatever floats your boat, right? You will be blocked and removed from the group, never be able to join again. That's just not what this platform here is designed for, or this group or YouTube channel. So none of that. No nudes, guys. No nudes. We're not selling bodies here. We're selling merchandise. All right, so jumping in. Okay, if I knew now about reselling, if I knew the stuff that I know about reselling now and what it takes now, when I first started reselling, would I do it again? Absolutely. Would I do some things different? Absolutely. Some of the things I would have did differently was not wait an entire year of doing research on eBay or on YouTube about how to start a store and how to be the best that you possibly can be. I would have just got started the moment I had the idea. A lot of people, I think, they kick the idea around. I did it for 12 months. I do not advise that. I would have did that differently. I would be 3 years into the game instead of a little over 2 years into the game. And guys, we've sold thousands of items, thousands and thousands of items over the course of the 2-year period. That's both stores combined. So this isn't just advice of my first month reselling, right? And, we've made 6 figures reselling. And so take it as you wish, right? Take the information as you wish. It's solemnly up to you. But I strongly encourage people to not quit your 9 to 5. That's the number one thing. Don't quit your 9 to 5, walk off your 9 to 5 and just start reselling, because you will fail. I'm sure there's some odd cases out there where people have made it like that, but I don't think that is a wise idea to stop the income you have coming in now to spend money in reselling, because it's not going to turn you a profit quick enough for you to be able to pay your bills. So don't do that. Don't do that. I'm glad I didn't do that. I'm glad I stuck it out for another year at my 9 to 5 in order to be able to be where we're at today. For some reason this month, I don't know anybody else agree with me or having the same things. It is not the December I had last year, I'll tell you that. Reselling has not, the numbers have not blown me away. I'm not doing double sales in Q4 as I was. I was actually doing more sales in Q3 than I am doing now. I don't know if that's got to do with maybe people are buying new items as Christmas presents, and I sell used items. Maybe if you sell new items, you can tell me how your sales are going. And if it's something that's keeping you up all night, you got to package items all night long. I've not had that one time yet. I've been able to stay on top of everything. I haven't ran out of shipping supplies. I haven't, nothing. Nothing has been like, holy cow. I'm so glad I worked up to Q4, right? But, you got to muscle through it and go through it and know that in the future that your sales will increase. Now here's my idea of wanting to be my own boss, right? If I would have knew everything it entailed, I probably would have been a little more skeptical of starting my own business, because it is a lot. It is. I don't care what anybody says. Reselling is a business, and it is something you have to be on top of, and it is something that takes a lot more discipline than you may think, right? I suck with discipline. I strongly admit it. I am probably one of the few resellers that will stay here on YouTube and admit that I suck at discipline. I am not great at discipline, but I push myself every single day to do it anyways. Because I want the rewards that's going to bring in the future. So if you really suck at discipline, that doesn't mean you can't resell. Okay, it just means you got to work on your discipline. You got to work on it. I think there are some people that are brought up differently that are a little better at discipline, but discipline is a learned behavior. That's how habits are generated, guys. If you list items every single day for 2 weeks and then you take 2 weeks off, that is not a good habit forming of discipline, right? Discipline would be listing your 5 items a day, 20, or whatever it might be, every single day, even the days that you don't want to do it, right? Even the days you don't feel good, your back hurts, your stomach hurts, your head hurts, your tooth hurts, whatever might hurt. You still go through it and you still go through the motions. Even days where you're having a hard time finding inventory, you will figure out a way to get the inventory you need, right? We all go through that. We've all been through that in reselling. So the biggest question, I guess, of this video here would be, would I do it all over again? Without a doubt. Why? Because there is a lot of payoff. You learn who you really are. You learn who you really are when you're running your own business. You really learn your strengths. You really learn your weaknesses. There are things about me that I thought I was good and strong in that I was just lying to myself. I was not good and strong in that area. I've always been decent with customer service. I've worked in the customer service department, dealing with customers on a daily basis for many, many years. But when it really boils down to it, I had room for improvement there, right? What I have found out through reselling is I am a hard laborer. I definitely am a hard worker. What I also learned with reselling is I'm not the best business operator, right? I'm not because I believe a really good business operator, people want to be around you and people want to work for you, right? If people are going to their job and they hate to go to work and they hate you as a boss, you're not really a great business operator. I'm not saying that you got to be friends with every single one of your employees or the people that are working for you, or however you want to word it, right? But I believe people like Gary Vee is a very good business operator, very good business owner. I have a long ways to go to for myself to consider myself a good business owner. But look, none of us start out like we all want to be our own boss. And then you realize some things about yourself, like, holy cow, I struggle in this department. I'm not as strong in this department as I like to think that I once was. So you find out a great deal about who you are when you're operating a business. Why? Because you are doing some things that you don't want to do throughout the day in order to operate your business, right? I don't want to do everything that comes with reselling, right? I don't want to answer customer service 24/7. I don't really want to do that. Have I messed up in customer service? Absolutely. Are you gonna? Absolutely. You're gonna let your emotions get involved, as I have in the past, and it's gonna upset a customer. Have I made it right? Yeah, absolutely right, I have. But you're gonna learn some things about yourself through becoming your own boss that you never knew about yourself, right? Which, in my opinion, is a pro. That is a plus, right? Because if you're just floating around in life like, yeah, you're good at this, you're good at that, you're great at this, you know this is a weakness, but you bury it and you don't ever deal with that, then you can never become a better person than you are today. And I think reselling is about becoming a better business, however you want to forecast that, whether it's weekly, monthly, annually, whatever. Becoming a stronger business each year is what I would hope you would be shooting for, right? Because I don't think anybody wants to stay stagnant in life. I don't think anybody, when they were dreaming as a kid, wanted to just make it in life. I'm a firm believer that nobody just wants to just make it in life and then die without feeling good about what they accomplished in life. right? That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I think a lot of people that say that is like, I just want to make just enough to get by. Those people are neglecting their dreams. Now, listen, guys, this is my opinion. It could be completely wrong. You know, there are people out there that live off the land and so on and so forth, and I think that's cool, right? But I think somewhere deep down inside, each and every single one of us as resellers want to prosper in this industry. Or why would you even want to get started? Like, if you don't want to be great at what you're about to do, why are you even going to do it? Right? It don't make no sense. Why be mediocre? Here's my thing is, I got nothing wrong with mediocrity. I got nothing wrong with your average individual, right? I got nothing wrong with poverty. I got nothing wrong with any of that. But why are you okay with that? That's what I got something wrong with. Like, why are you okay with that? Most of the time it's because we don't value ourselves and feel like we are worth more than what we have put in life to get. If you put in just enough to get by, that's what's going to happen for you in life. If you go above and beyond and work harder than you're getting paid for, eventually your life will look a lot better than you ever thought it could look, right? I struggle with that, guys. I told you shortly ago that I suck with discipline. I am not a person that wakes up, that is just, I don't have to do any thinking, period. I just go right at it and knock it out of the park every single day. That is not in my DNA. That is not in my who I am. I have to work extremely hard at it, and a lot of you guys are going to have to too. You guys and girls, you're going to have to work hard at something. When you're starting something you've never tried before, you're going to incur a lot of failure. You're going to go through a lot of setbacks. You're going to go through a lot of moments where you think that this is the end of the business, right? I told you guys yesterday when I was making the content yesterday, I felt that way for the past month, right? That like, maybe this is it. Maybe this is as far as I get in reselling. But that's the old stinking thinking coming back in, guys, and you got to kick that out. If you ever want to get, because everybody goes through that. I don't care what business it is or whatever. You go through a period of time where you feel like, is this all it's going to provide? Is this all it's going to do? Right? And I'm not complaining because we're still making more income than I've ever made at any 9-to-5, right? I've never made the income we're making at any 9-to-5 I ever worked at. So I'm not complaining. Well, I think what was going on is I was being impatient with the process, right? You got to actually begin to start loving the process of going to find items, doing the research to figure out how much money you can make off them, get them listed, package them up, deliver them to a happy customer, right? You got to actually find a way to like the process. Because if you don't like the process, what the fuck are you doing reselling? Right? I see many of people in the thrift stores I go to and I talk to that I can tell are resellers. You kind of get that vibe when you're out there reselling sourcing. Who is reselling and who's not? You're seeing the same faces all the time. They got the same exact shit in their cart. Maybe it's got a different color to it or whatever. So you kind of pick it up, right? And I've seen many of them that's been doing it for 20 years and they're still broke. That's not where I want to be at, guys. I would hope that's not where you want to be at in 20 years. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong. That's where that person wants to be. That's fine and dandy. That don't impact me or nobody else around him, except his immediate family. But the truth is, if that's what you're getting into reselling for, is just get the same as you are out of your 9-to-5, then just stay at your 9-to-5. It's a lot less stressful. That is my honest opinion, okay? From 3 years of research of reselling and 2 years and some months of actual reselling and thousands of items sent out in the mail and to customers, right? $10,000 in sales a month. That is my opinion is if you are getting into this to just make it, just stay at your 9-to-5. That's not me being a jerk. That's not me being an ass. That is me really analyzing both ends. Why would I tell you that? Because if you're just doing it to just get by, I think you're not going to like reselling. I don't think you're going to like it. One, you have to be more organized. You have to be more, let's put it this way, you have to become somebody that you are not when you first start reselling, right? Unless you're an individual that goes into reselling and you've already ran a business, you know exactly how it's going to go, and you know exactly the amount of discipline you're going to have to put into it in order to succeed. That's a different case scenario. If you never even thought about running a business and you said, hey, eBay could be a good start, you can start up for free right out of your own closet, which is very true. You can do that. And you just want to be, in the beginning, I'm sure you're going to want to have little goals, right? You're going to want to have little goals so you can attain them. Don't be shooting, oh, I'm going to get $10,000 in sales in my first month. No, you're not. It's not going to happen. I'm here to tell you it is not going to happen. If you're starting out of your closet, that is not going to happen. If you are starting with $1 million, sure, that can happen, right? And no, I don't. I still don't think eBay would allow you to grow that fast. So, if you're going into it, once again, with you just want to get by, just stay at your 9 to 5. Why? Because the boss at your 9 to 5 is going to organize your day for you. You know what time you got to be there. You know what time you take your lunch. You know what time you take your breaks. You know exactly what you got to do on your 9 to 5. You go home at the end of the week, you collect your paycheck, you pay all your bills, you're broke. Right? That's how 9 to 5s work. Very few people. There are people out there that get paid a good enough salary to where they can have maybe a shiny car, right? Or a house that's they're paying 30, whatever, right? So there is the exception, but 80% of the United States is unhappy already with what they do for a living. So if you're going to be unhappy with reselling, why do it? Right? Like, why do it? I've had moments in my reselling, sitting here right now admitting the truth is that I was not happy with reselling. But I was not happy with reselling because of the little amount of work I was putting into it. I was just expecting, list 100 items, whoop-bam, sell 100 a day. It don't work like that, guys. It's not going to work like that for you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you got. Right? eBay don't discriminate. What eBay does is the work ethic that you put into eBay, they reward you for that. That is the bottom line. It doesn't matter your nationality. It doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your color. It doesn't matter anything about who you are. You start listing 10 items a day right now and you do it every single day for the next 365 days, you'll be selling 10 items a day. Bottom line, I don't care if you're a 6-year-old. I've seen 13-year-old kids that are doing $30,000 in sales on eBay with golf balls. So, I mean, the opportunity is there. So if you are failing in eBay, it's not eBay failing you guys. We have to actually look at the truth and dig deep enough and be honest with yourself enough to realize that you are the reason your business is not making it, or you are the reason that your business is making it. It's a very hard pill to swallow. It was for me. We're going through a tough time right now in the business, and I'm not saying I'm going to shut down doors or anything like that, but I've had to swallow the pill and say, you know what, the reason why your sales went like this was because your consistency was off during the holidays. Have anybody else of you guys experienced that? Do yourself a favor. For the next 90 days, how many ever items you're listing now, don't worry about increasing that number. How many ever items you're listing now, stick with it every single day, 7 days a week for the next 90 days, and watch how much your sales change. That's the ticket. Consistency every day. Now, after doing that, I don't advise this, but this is what I did. I'll banging 35 items out every single day for 90 days, maybe 120 days. And then the holidays come and I slacked. I slacked during the holidays, and guess what happened? Sales went from $500-600 a day to a couple hundred. Yeah, that's what happens. If you lack consistency on eBay, you will lack the results you're looking for. Okay, so that's just a couple years of reselling, guys. I'm not a master. I'm not a 10-year veteran, such as Tech and Sports and them guys, but I will be, because I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to allow the slow times, or I'm not going to allow the discouraging thoughts in my head to determine where we're going to take the business. It's up to you guys how far you want to go with reselling. Reselling has been around, again, guys, I'll say this. I've said it in one of my previous videos, since before technology. People would bring fur for food. People would bring food for fur. Trading has been going on since probably before humans could even talk. Probably before humans ever figured out how to write, anything like that. Trading has been going on, guys. And look what year we're in now. It is never going to go away. Is the way you're going to sell things going to differ and change? Absolutely. Look at it today. Look how many resellers there are online. Look how many platforms there are. You got eBay, you got Amazon, you got McCurry, you got Poshmark, you got all these big names, Etsy and Etsy or whatever it is, right? You got all these platforms, and what is that doing to the society around us? It's really hurting the moms and pops brick and mortar businesses. It's to be honest with you, it's hurting places like Myers, Walmart. Walmart's a success way beyond belief, right? But the truth is the online sales are affecting that. Why? Because people don't even have to leave their house to get whatever you want. You can confine yourself to your house right now and never, ever, 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 ever leave again and have everything you've ever wanted. Right? Delivered right to your house. You can have a car delivered to your house. You can have a house delivered. I was just looking it up on Alibaba last night that you can literally buy a container house right from Alibaba. They send you all the raw material for very low price, and you build it yourself, right? And you know, it's just ridiculous. It's crazy to me what that's doing to the generation around us, right? It's going to harm within the next 50 to 100 years. I said this a long time ago that Amazon and eBay and platforms like this is definitely, eventually, you're not even going to be able to walk into a store to get what you want. Yeah, Walmart and Myers already has it where you can contact them. You can order it online. You go pick it up. You never got to step a foot out of your car. They load your car for you. You go. That's what it's going to, guys. So for those of, I'm not discouraging anybody from a brick and mortar, but if you really look at the truth behind it, what's going on, guys? Platforms like eBay and Amazon, in another 20, 30 years, the only people you will be working for is people like us, running an eBay business and Amazon business, and you'll be working in a private warehouse somewhere. That is going to be the new General Motors. That is where the world is shifting. That is where the world is shifting, and the retail industry, let's put it that way, right? I'm sure even in Nike, I'm sure Nike does more sales online than they do in their public stores. They have to. You can reach 8 billion people that are in our world right now online. That blows the market from any one brick and mortar or any 10,000 brick and mortars you have in the United States or whatever other countries, right? You can't compete with the internet. You cannot compete. So do I firmly believe that eBay is an opportunity of your lifetime? With hands down, without a doubt. Once again, I made this video to say, would I do it all over again if I knew now what I didn't know then and restart from the beginning? At 1,000%. Would I start from ground zero again, knowing what I would have to go through? Absolutely, I would. I would know what to expect. I don't even think it would be as stressful. My listings would probably actually look a lot better because I've got 2 years now of experiences of how I should title my items, how I should shoot my price. I'm sure I still got items in my store from when I first started this one about a year ago that are either overpriced or the title's crappy. I'm going in and I'm revising 50 items a day right now. If you haven't done that, I would strongly encourage you to do that. One, it refreshes it in the algorithm of eBay, and number two, if your item's $2 over market price, it's going to sit there forever. Right? You'd be like, if you got a pair of Nike shoes that are selling for $20 used, and you got them on there for $23.97, everybody else is going to sell them shoes that's got them listed for $19.97, and yours are going to sit there for 6 months to a year over a $3 to $4 price, right? Which actually, after eBay takes their taxes and everything else out, it's only a couple $1 difference. So it's really worth learning the market on eBay. You could do that easily. Actually, when you're listing items, eBay gives you, they're getting pretty close with, they give you an average sold price, or they give you an estimated what you should list that is in the past 2 years since I've been reselling, when I first started reselling, they would say $20 for a $100 pure wool coat, and I'd be like, no way, I'm putting that up for $20, right? But now, today's day and age, that's getting to the point where I barely ever differ their suggested price. Barely ever. Unless they didn't pick up that it was a vintage, I don't know, pair of pants that are worth $150, right? Levi's that are worth $150. Unless they didn't pick that up, usually they point me right to the price. So they're taking a lot of the guesswork. And now they have a new feature. If you guys, I don't know when you guys make your listings, let me know in the comments below, guys, if you guys create a new title for every item you list, or do you sell similar to others, right? I create a new title on every single item. Why do I do that? Because I've learned what the algorithm's looking for, and not everybody that has items on eBay are good titled items. Okay, not you don't want to sell similar to everybody, because some people's item specifics are off. Some people's titles could be a lot better. Mine probably could be as well, right? I'm still learning after 2 years, and I plan on to learn for the next rest of my life as a reseller. So I create my own every single time. People say, don't do that, you won't sell anything. I sell stuff every single day. And I can give examples of what my titles look like for denim jeans in another video, but this video is carrying over a little bit further than what I actually want to make it. But I create new titles every single time, and now when you click that box, they give you suggestions on how your first few letters should look, like vintage Nike t-shirt, and then give your description of whether it's a large or small or men's or women's or white and black, whatever, right? Then you give your, whether it's wool or cotton or whatever. Usually you want to put that stuff towards the end, right? And you want to put the name, brand, and what it is within the first 5 words, guys. Within the first 5 words, you don't want to put beautiful maroon, chunky knit, size small, run small, Nike hoodie. It's going to be like at the bottom of the search, guys. You should be putting Nike hoodie, you know, woman's, men's, whatever size, and then put your 100% cotton, then put your 100% wool, whatever it might be, right? A lot of people, I look at their titles, if they just change their titles around, their sales would freaking quadruple, right? It's a lot into the way you're wording your titles. If you want to get good sales, right? In the beginning, I would be like, say I was going to list this pop bottle, I'd be like, I would have put it, in the beginning, I would have put 16.9 fluid ounce Diet Pepsi, wild cherry, and then I would have said ice cold, fresh, all kinds of stuff that doesn't matter, right? And it would have never sold. You know, where now I just put Pepsi Cola, cherry, 16.9 fluid ounce, new tags. And it does make a difference. It makes a difference on how you title your items. Now, what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to get caught up on that, because I've done that before too. Like I'm questioning myself. Oh my God, are all my titles and all my listings and the 2,500 items I got up, are they all good? Like don't do that. Go back and fix a couple a day. Right? Go back and just refresh and make your listings look good. A lot of us guys, me included, have great items on your store. People just can't find them because of the way you titled it. That is like, if you're not getting great sales and you have good items, that's the reason why. It's your title. It's either your title and your descriptions don't match up with your title, or it is your price is off a few dollars, right? It's off a few dollars. Right? I'll give you an example. If you got a pair of vintage 501 or 505 double X Levi straight leg jeans, right? And you got them titled right, and you got, you know, good quality pictures, and you have them listed between $30 and $40, they will sell within a day. If your title is way off, like beautiful, like all these words that don't need to be there, they'll sit on eBay forever. If you have it worded right, it will sell today. Like that's what it is. Like a lot of people have great items in their inventory, they just didn't do the research on how to title their items. There's plenty of videos out there, guys, that'll teach you how to title your items, you know, and things like that. Do the research. Do 10, 15, 30 minutes of research every single morning about reselling and how to title your items. You know, do the research on your prices. Don't try to squeeze every piece of lemon juice out of the lemon. Okay, and what do I mean by that? Don't try to get every penny you can out of your items. You got to be competitive, guys. Especially when you're first starting to resell. If I have a brand new pair of 501 double X Levi jeans that are vintage, and I got them listed for $39.99, and you are a new seller with no feedback, no nothing, and you got them listed for $39.99, I can bet you 100% I will sell my item before you will, right? You got to challenge me. You got to put it down to $37.97. You got to put it down to $36. Now, once you build up some feedback and you build up some trust within eBay, and you have some feedback again, and your packages are getting delivered, you know, maybe after 90 days, then start upping your prices to the market price value. I still try to beat people's prices on eBay. It's a price war game, right? So there's a million other people that have the exact same items as I got, right? It's a price war. That becomes a price war. So all around, though, throughout all this content I made. If you do like the channel, guys, please hit the subscribe button. Drop a comment. This is what the subscribe button does for me. I created this group, guys, and the YouTube channel to give away what I've learned over the course of my reselling. That way, if somebody's thinking about reselling, maybe they can skip over some of the boo-boos that I've done throughout reselling and get that right, and they don't have to go through that struggle, right? I did it for me as well. And I'll tell you why I did it for me is what we were just talking about is discipline. I was terrible with discipline. So I told myself I'll make a video a day about eBay and motivating people to resell for the rest of my life. I said that. Why? Because when I'm afraid of commitment. I'm afraid to commit to something where I can't take a break from. Why? Because I want to be lazy naturally. Now, deep down inside, I got like a million lazy bones in there, right? And I lack discipline bad. So I committed myself to that, for one, to hold myself accountable and to help others out. And that's why I tell my story about being a drug addict for 25 years and being an alcoholic, guys. Is that way, there's plenty of other people out there that has been in and out of addiction, had adversities in their life that either they chose or didn't chose. That's messed them up mentally, right? And you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. People think because they got a felony or they've been in trouble with the law or whatever, that they're just screwed. Nowhere's going to hire them. Guess what? eBay is not going to discriminate against you. I don't care if you got a body. I don't care what you got. You can get on eBay today and start making money. Right? You can definitely turn it into a full-time career as we did. Is it going to be like the way you think it is from the start to the success level you want to get to? Absolutely not. It's going to have curvy roads. You're going to hit bumps in the road. You're going to get thrown back. You're going to get discouraged. The most important thing is never let the discouragement make you give up. Never give up, guys. Every day is a new day. Now let's put it this way. If you fucked up yesterday, don't fuck up today. Right? Maybe you didn't hit your listing mark yesterday. That's okay. Right? I'm not telling you it's okay. You can do it every single day. Dust yourself off. Do it again. Dust yourself off. Do it again, guys. Every day is an opportunity to be a little better than you were yesterday, right? And I tell myself that the same stuff I'm talking about in these videos, I talk to myself all day long and tell myself this stuff, right? I'm not up here. I'll never sit up here and say I am a perfect reseller. I've never missed a day of listing, and I hit my numbers for the past 2 years every single day on time and a set schedule. I would be sitting up here lying to you guys if I told you that. And my video content and the YouTube channel is created to show reality. The reality of a reseller. Not this, okay, I'm going to start making videos after I make 6 figures a year and I got it all together, so they don't see the mess ups. I want you guys to see the mess ups, to know what you might go through, right? Maybe it'll teach you guys, okay, don't do what Justin did. Don't take Christmas off. List a whole bunch, get a whole bunch in your memory bank. That way on Christmas, you can just take 30 minutes and upload them, right? I want to take you guys through some of the failures I went through. That way you don't create them same failures within your eBay business. You might not think a day will affect you of not listing. It most definitely will. It will definitely impact your sales. It will definitely impact eBay's belief within you. You guys, this is all about building a rapport with the platform of eBay. And you don't think it? Remember, not long ago, I was talking about list 10 items a day for 90 days. See what happens. eBay will have trust in you, and you'll sell your 10 items a day. Now, I'm not saying just go find 10 crap items and list them a day, because you actually got to be listing items that people want to. I'd strongly encourage to find items that people actually want and go outside of what you think is cool. Like if you sell clothes, don't just sell the shit that you wear. There's 8 billion other people in the world that wear all kinds of different shit, right? All kinds of different stuff. For example, like the hippie thing came back for a while, right? How many people in the world, of 8 billion people, do you actually think is dressing in hippie clothes? Think about it in your community. Look around. See how many people are actually hippied out, right? That's wearing super huge bell bottoms with peace signs all over. And just, I love it. I love the idea behind hippies. But how many of them in your community do you see walking around every day? Very few. So if all you're selling is hippie clothes, how do you think you're going to do? Think about it. You got to think outside of what you wear. Right? I like hoodies, I like jeans, and I like tennis shoes or boots, right? And of course, I like my hats. But you know what? Not everybody likes this style. You have to look around. My biggest thing is if you're going to be a clothes reseller, for number one, when you're out in public, pay attention to what people's wearing. I mean, don't stare at them to the point where they start thinking you're a creeper or nothing like that. But I pay attention to men and women's shoes. I pay attention to men and women's pants. I pay attention to how they're wearing their attire. I pay attention to what hats they're wearing. I pay attention to, you know, whether the younger generation are wearing pants that are up to their calves in high waters and stuff like that. Why? Because those are all trends, guys. You have to know what you're getting into, right? You can't just say, okay, I love American Eagle jeans, so the only thing I'm going to sell is American Eagles. Actually, you probably could do that and make it because American Eagle jeans sell well for us. But not all American Eagle jeans sell well for us. There's certain cuts and things like that don't do that great, right? Where there's other cuts, I list them today, they're gone today. You know, same thing with Levi's. Not all Levi's are here today, gone tomorrow items. You know, you got to find out the numbers that are here today. I'll tell you right now, 501 and 505, I can't keep them in stock. There's 562, 559s. Them actually do pretty good for us. I think it's 550. Yeah, 550. They're pretty hard to keep in stock too. Anything vintage from the 90s Levi's, 80s Levi's, Wranglers are the same way. Vintage Wranglers from the 80s and 90s right now, guys. Western style is in. Like the Western cowboy country look, Western shirts for women. I can't keep them. I cannot list a Western shirt today and it not be gone tomorrow. I don't care if it's got stains on it, guys. I sell them every day with stains on it. So you don't have to have perfect clothing either. But if you're going to buy a shirt that's got a stain on it, make sure it's vintage. Or make sure it's a very high quality. I don't know. Something that's typically worth $200, but you're going to sell it for $30 and make a profit on it because it's got a mark on it, right? You have to think outside the box. Don't go spend $7 on a pair of pants that you're going to sell for $9. You're wasting your time, right? Now, unless you have enough money to buy 5,000 of them and you can list them in a minute a piece, then you're making money. You have to really think about business, guys. I'll give you an example. I'm only 2 years into business. I'm wet behind the ears. I'm wet behind the ears for still, right? I don't know business for shit. Now, I'm not telling you guys I don't know how to sell items because I do know how to sell items. We've sold thousands of items. Thousands of items. Okay, between the two stores. We have sold thousands of items, and you can do the same thing. And where do we start? With a $20 bill in our closet. So if you think about that, take this analogy for a minute. One item out of our closet, we listed it. Okay? This was when I started the clothes store. One item out of the closet. Actually, the item, that one wasn't out of the closet, but we've sold many things out of our closet. That item actually was on the previous store. I took it out, I listed it on this new store. One item, guys, turned into thousands of sales. Thousands of sales. There's people out there that are doing hundreds of thousands of sales a year. And you can do that same thing. I'm sure there's companies out there that are doing millions of item sales. I'm not talking about the dollar amount. I'm talking about individual item. I'm talking about we've had thousands of sales. I'm not talking about thousands of dollars of sales. I'm talking about thousands of individual packages going up. Okay? Starting with one. In under a year. So if I can, well, we've sold well over 1,000 in this new store. Actually, it's just under 2,000 right now in this new store, but with both stores combined, it was well over 3,000 items. The thing is, guys, you got to think about where that started from. We literally started our very first one right out of our closet. You guys, thousands of items later. Thousands of items later. Like, I'm not a beast. I'm not at the 20,000 items I've sold yet, but we are going in that direction because we're willing to put one foot in front of the other. You can't think about where you're not at, right? One of the things I got to tell myself every single day, don't think about where you're not at. Look around, look at your inventory, look at what you have accomplished. We started out with a cell phone, no scanner back there, no computer, no boxes, no nothing, guys, of reselling, right? To where we're at today. And I know you started somewhere low, right? You take a look around and be grateful for what you built. You built this. That's one of the greatest things about running a reselling business on eBay, guys, is being able to actually look around and see the amount of items that you took the time to list. That some of them could have been just sitting around your house collecting dust, and you said, hey, somebody out there will want this. So you took the time out of your day, you took the hustle. That's called hustle. You hustled that item on eBay, and you turned a profit on it. And you took the mindset, if I could do this with one item, I could do this with thousands of items. And that's what's got us to where we are today. It started one item at a time, guys. Do not think about freaking, I got to be at 10,000 items. Man, you just be grateful for where you're at and the amount of items you were able to list today, right? I feel like I'm trying to almost sound like a counselor, but the truth is through business, people need counsel. There wouldn't be motivational speakers if that was not true. The normal person, let me be honest with you, I'll be real, all the way raw as possible, right? The normal person, most people fail in small businesses, right? Like such as this, eBay. Within the first 2 years. Why? Because they are sane. They see how hard it is. Their mind is going cuckoo. And they throw in the towel because they want to come back to reality and they want to come back to being comfortable, right? It's the ones that make it that get beyond that. They make it through that struggle, guys. Every day is going to be a battle. There's a new battle that's going to be tossed at you every single day when it comes to reselling. Think about every single obstacle you overcome, whether it's your listing habit, right? Listing habit's number one for me. You'll hear me talk about it in every single video. Why? Because it is the bread and butter to your business. It's the bread. Just imagine this. Imagine if there was a Walmart, everything was in back stock, and nothing was on the shelves. How much money would they make? They won't make a penny. Nobody would know what's in the back stock. If they can't see it on the shelf and buy it, nobody knows you have it. So the number one important thing about reselling is listing items daily. That was probably the hardest challenge for me, guys, is to the hardest thing for me in reselling, period, 1,000% honest, is discipline. I said it earlier in this video, guys, I suck at discipline. I don't want to do it all the time. I don't. I want to go jump out on a four-wheeler and ride it Monday through Sunday and do nothing but do that, eat and sleep. That's what I want to do, right? Right? That's what I want to do. And maybe one day I will be able to do that with the family, with the side-by-side, and be able to take a weekend off after years of putting in the hard work, so I have people helping me build the business, right? Yeah, I look at it like this, guys. You are either going to make your dreams come true. Listen to this quote very closely. You are either going to work for the rest of your life to make your dreams come true or somebody else's. What do I mean by that? If you're working a 9 to 5 right now and you plan on retiring in 40 years, you just got started, and you have a vision in the back of your mind, you feel like, man, I could resell. I could do just what Flippinstoop's doing. I could do just what Rally Roots is doing. I could do just what Chris from Daily Refinement's doing. I could do just what Tech and Sports is doing. I could do just what the backyard flippers are doing, whatever, right? But you ignore it and you stay at that job for 30 to 40 years, guess what happens? You made that company millions of dollars when you could put that much effort into yourself and made yourself millions of dollars. The choice is yours. It's all a choice of what you want to do in life. Every morning you wake up is a fresh 24 hours. What are you going to do with your day? It's your boy flippinstoop. You guys, if you've been digging the content, liking the content, please subscribe to the channel, guys. It's helping me out. It's growing slow. The YouTube channel is growing slow. We got 1 new subscriber yesterday, and it's normal. See, in the beginning, I thought I was going to make 10 videos, and bam, it's going to be booming, right? Just like eBay. You list 10 items, you're not booming yet. It takes time. Everything takes time. So your help, guys, deeply from my heart, your guys' subscription, if you can go to the YouTube channel, check it out, subscribe to the channel. You guys would be helping us out to grow and keep bringing information to you guys and motivating you guys to keep going. You know, the majority of us guys are this close to where we got to be to succeed on the level you want to. A lot of us are so much closer than we think, guys. You just can't give up. You got to make today count. You got to make every day count, guys. Every day you wake up is a blessing to get closer to where you want to be at in life. If you give up, be like, oh, fuck it, it's just another day and I want to get through the day. That is the attitude. I just want to make it through the day. That'll make you fail for the rest of your life. You got to get over that. You got to wake up as every day is an opportunity to build my inventory, build my customer service, build my items. Build. Now, don't think about that so much to where it drives you nuts. Have you time, too. But every day is an opportunity, guys, and I believe in every single one of you.